What's up with it? You watching a Big Mama TV? And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Rizzle. And the title is Jim Jones points out why Dipset pushed out Katt Williams. Was Cameron capping? I ain't gonna lie, I heard that wild story, man. That way Cam acting like he super violated Katt, man. You know what I'm saying? Got kicked out of there or whatever after he gave him 30 bands though. Man, that is crazy though, man, to get somebody 30 bands and get violated by that same person not too long after, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, maybe Cam put a little too much on it or something. Maybe it was them high days or something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I haven't even checked out the video. Don't completely know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about.
You getting money, right? Yo, do sports, 10 million right now. Today, I'll catch a flight wherever you at. You with Mayweather and them 10 million. I'll meet you in any boxing ring.
Dipset Bird Gang. Act like you heard about it, nigga. Oh, for real? For real? Yeah, believe that. He's a comedian. What? Tell your favorite rapper, holla at me.
So Katt come from across the room and punch Dipset X in the face. Dumb hard.
Jim Jones is out here exposing the real reason why Katt Williams got kicked out of Dipset, and it's way deeper than we expected. See, for years, Cameron claimed Katt got the boot cause he put hands on a Dipset member. Supposedly, there was some wild incident where Katt punched one of them over some petty argument, and Cameron had to step in and break it up. But guess what? Turns out that was all caps. Jim Jones is now saying there was a whole lot of jealousy and bad blood brewing behind the scenes. Dipset wasn't feeling how Katt was moving, and some members straight up wanted to end him. It got so bad that Katt had to start pulling up in a bulletproof Sprinter just to stay safe. Let's break it all the way down.
Man.
So back in the mid-2000s, Katt Williams wasn't just killing it in comedy. He was moving with Dipset, the Diplomats, the Harlem-based hip-hop collective led by Cameron and Jim Jones. Katt was really part of the crew around 2006. He even hopped on their tracks and added his comedy flair to their music. But it wasn't just music. Katt was out here showing love in a big way. At a 2016 event in Philly, Katt was feeling real generous. He gifted Cameron $30,000 and even handed out luxury cars to Beanie Siegel and Lil Mo. But just when the vibes were good, things took a turn.
So I get there, we gave him the locker room. He gives me an envelope, it has $30,000 in it. He like, yo, killer, good looking, man, $30. I was like, Katt, I ain't come for your money, man.
Word on the street is that backstage at that event, Katt got into it with one of the Dipset members. Katt accused this dude of passing gas near him and he felt disrespected.
Hey, yo, King, I think Dipset, and I guess I'm not naming no names. He's like, yo, let's just call him Dipset X. He says, hey, yo, Cam, I think Dipset X farted on me. And I'm like, farted on you?
When nobody owned up to it, Katt reportedly snapped and punched the Dipset member right in the face. Cameron later claimed that he had to
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that's wild as hell right there, man. He didn't bank somebody because they didn't fart it, man. If he didn't fart, smell like fart though, you know what I'm saying, man? I think you farted. Banked him. God, that's crazy. That's insane, man. Ain't gonna lie, man. That's somewhat believable, man. Especially if it was around the time Katt was wilding, because it was a time when Katt was wilding out, for real.
Step in, flipped Katt upside down, and slammed him on the ground. And just when he was about to take it even further, he said he calmed down and let it go.
I grabbed Katt, flipped Katt upside down, and slammed Katt. And then as I'm about to kick him, I snap out of it. The reason like I said, I even bugged out because it was just a reflex.
After the scuffle, Katt Williams' security team, and not just any security, we're talking about the Fruit of Islam, FOI, stepped in and made sure the Dipset crew got escorted out of the venue. After that, Katt was done. He cut ties with Dipset completely and made it clear he wasn't rocking with them anymore.
The FOIs, which are the Muslim security, they in the middle of us. I'm on this side of the room, Katt's on this side of the room, and Katt says, yeah, Cameron, fuck you too. And fuck Dipset, y'all niggas haven't did shit for me.
Even Cameron claimed that Katt was already trying to stir the pot before things even popped off. According to Cam, Katt was out here saying Dipset had been bad-mouthing him, just gassing up the drama and getting ready to line them up with punches. But when you really step back and look at it, there was something deeper going on between them. Cause for some reason, Cameron was still cool with Dipset, but Katt clearly had some kind of issue.
That's actually Katt. No, I don't. He said, yeah, then don't tell me about yelling these faces, because I'll tell you what they say he wasn't around. So I'm like, damn, that's fucked up.
Let's not forget that J.R. Ryder came through with his own claims, saying Katt Williams once pulled up in a bulletproof Sprinter. And not just any bulletproof ride, but one riddled with bullet holes. The streets were talking, and the whispers were saying it was some Dipset members who allegedly tried to put a hit on Katt, all because of jealousy over his rising success.
He pulled up in a fucking bulletproof Sprinter with the gun holes in him and a satellite on top. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you serious?
Yeah, he moved different. He met me in the Heights. He met me in Washington on Dykeman.
Now,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I can see them hating on him damn near, man, for real, because he was real big dogging, man, for real. Pulling up with the bulletproof Sprinters and shit. And we know, man, these rappers really don't be eating like they be portraying sometimes, you feel me? I think Katt Bag probably was on a whole different level than these dudes, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, man, he probably was outshining the master from day one, for real.
to make things even messier, Katt Williams has denied that things went down the way Cameron claimed. According to Katt, Cam was straight up exaggerating. He said Cameron never put hands on him like that, and the whole flipping him upside down story was pure fiction. Katt made it clear that whatever happened, it wasn't what Cameron made it out to be. But now Jim Jones is out here saying Cameron's version ain't the whole truth. Jim's saying the tension wasn't just about some silly fight. There were internal issues and maybe even some jealousy at play. And let's be real, Jim and Cameron's beef ain't nothing new. They've had their issues since way back in the mid-2000s. That's when rumors started swirling about tension within Dipset, especially after Jim Jones and Juelz Santana hit the stage with 50 Cent, who just so happened to be beefing with Cameron at the time. Y'all see the pattern? The beef was brewing, and it wasn't just a one-off situation with Katt Williams. In fact, it looks like Cameron has a history of falling out with his own crew. By 2007, Cameron admitted he and Jim weren't even on speaking terms. But when he addressed it publicly, he kept it cool and said there was no bad blood. Now Jim Jones wasn't feeling that same calm energy. From his perspective, when Cameron stepped back and took his little hiatus, it left him and Juelz in a tight spot. They had to step up and push their own careers forward without the support they were used to. Fast forward to December 2024, and the beef sparked right back up. This time, it popped off after Cameron had 50 Cent on his show. It is what it is. Now, knowing the history between 50 and Dipset, Jim Jones took that as a straight-up disrespect, and it set off another wave of public back and forth between the two.
I thought it was cool to act 50. This happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, yo, okay.
Cameron took things to a whole new level on his sports talk show. It is what it is. This all popped off after Jim Jones did an interview with Justin LeBoy, where he claimed that he and Cam grew up together and saw Mace disrespecting Cam after Mace signed with Bad Boy Records. But Cameron was quick to call CAP on that whole story.
You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you gotta keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. You'll say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mace helped me learn how to actually learn how to rap.
Mace told me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap.
And if that wasn't enough, he took it even further. Cameron claimed their so-called friendship didn't even start until later, and when it did, it wasn't exactly on equal ground. According to Cam, Jim Jones was more of a fan than a friend.
You act like on your couch. You was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan.
Cameron basically called Jim a groupie,
cold,
and let's just say, it's not looking good for their brotherhood right now. This beef centers on authenticity and origins. And if you know anything about Harlem, you know that being from Harlem carries some serious weight, especially in the hip-hop world and within Dipset. So when Cameron kept pushing this whole narrative about Jim Jones being from the Bronx and not Harlem, it felt like he was low-key trying to discredit Jim's street cred and his connection to the Dipset legacy. But here's where it gets interesting, because not everybody's backing up Cam's story. Even Freaky Zeke, one of the founding members of the Diplomats, stepped in with some receipts. Zeke said he met Jim Jones when they were in the 3rd grade, and they were running together in Harlem way back in the day. Jim's originally from the Bronx, that's true, but after his grandma passed, he moved to Harlem and grew up there with the crew.
I'm gonna keep it 100. If it wasn't for Jim, it wouldn't be with Zeke. The boy was born in the Bronx. His grandmother was from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? God bless Miss Sally. God bless Miss Sally. My mother made the dinner when his grandmother passed away.
And Zeke made sure to point out that Jim's deep ties to Harlem are undeniable. Jim's been part of Harlem's culture, its community, and its movement since he was a kid. In fact, Zeke even said both the Bronx and Harlem played a role in shaping Jim into the man he is today. So technically, what Cam'ron's saying sounds a lot like gaslighting. Just because Jim wasn't born in Harlem doesn't mean he isn't Harlem through and through, and anyone who knows the history knows that. And now, all those lies Cam'ron's been spreading about Katt leaving Dipset and about Jim Jones not being from Harlem have finally pushed Jim to his breaking point. Jim Jones just threw down the ultimate challenge. He wants to settle this beef in the boxing ring. During his appearance on The Breakfast Club on February 27th, Jim was asked about his ongoing feud with Cam. And while he played it cool at first, calling Cam his brother for life, there was one comment that set him all the way off. When Charlemagne mentioned Cam'ron's shady claim that Jim sends people to jail, Jim lost it. He called the whole thing nonsense and said people must be on some new narcotics to believe it. But then, Jim took it a step further and said, if Cam's really about that life, they can settle this like men, in the ring.
Cash me out. How I send people to jail? That's what I'm saying. How? Who did you see me send to jail? What is these niggas smoking? They smoking new drugs out here, you heard?
Jim said he's ready to box Cam's head off, and he's putting his money where his mouth is. He straight up called for a $10 million fight, right then and there. He even said he'd fly out anywhere Cam wanted and meet him in the ring. That shows how much Jim is fed up with Cam'ron's lies. So now I gotta ask, was Cam'ron really just jealous of Katt Williams' success, and that's why they pushed him out of Dipset? Is Jim Jones finally exposing the real story after all these years? And y'all, if this boxing match actually happens, who you got your money on? I need to hear what y'all think, so hit those comments and let's get this discussion going. And don't forget to smash that.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. It's looking like the table's turning a little bit, man. With Freaky Zeke coming and stamp Jim Jones. Say we was hanging in Harlem way back in the day. So yeah, man, that's kind of saying that Cam been capping. I don't know, man. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Last time I had looked into this little situation, man, that way Cam was ethering Jim, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Look like Jim might be gaining some points, man, with this one for real though. And I ain't gonna lie, if they do fight though, man, I don't know who to go for, man, for real. I seen Jim like fight a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'm not sure if Jim can fight. Maybe he can fight now, you know what I mean? I don't know. And yeah, man, shit, I don't know if Cam can fight for real though. It seemed like Cam down there then left Jim in a couple of situations to get mopped up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, ultimately though, man, I hope they get over this shit, man. That shit is stupid as hell. Man, they came way too far for this shit, man. Some niggas could have been left in the past a long time ago, man. You know what I mean? So they definitely need to get over this shit, because it's petty as hell, you feel me? But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Until next time, all right?